sunny day, he had a lot to say. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. He was very nice and he gave me advice. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. He was riding all the way to Bayonne. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. It was so much better than riding alone. With Joey Ramone, it was only a dream, just a crazy scene. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone, but that's not all, he was 9 feet tall. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. He was riding all the way to Bayonne. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. It was so much better than riding alone. Things aren't always as they seem, and I don't always recall my dreams. Thinking about it makes me glad. It might be the best dream I've ever had. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. He was riding all the way to Bayonne. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. It was so much better than riding alone. To Bayonne. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. It was so much better than riding alone. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. He was riding all the way to Bayonne. I rode the bus with Joey Ramone. It was so much better than riding alone. The rooms in the world. Now I find myself living in a frightening new world. I'm flying on some mad trapeze. I can't see the forest from the trees. Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why did I take so much of the stuff? Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why is too much never enough? The situation has become dire. My backyard is a lake of fire. It's become a boiling, gurgling swamp with bones floating near the top. Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why did I take so much of the stuff? Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why is too much never enough? listening to Exile on Main Street with a head full of shrooms. Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why did I take so much of the stuff? Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why is too much never enough? Of the stuff. Why did I eat the whole bag of mushrooms? Why is too much never enough? Never enough. Never enough. But now I'm skyward bound. I'm soaring high, and for what it's worth, I don't ever want to come back to this earth. Right now I'm flying high. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky. In a moment's time, it could all go awry. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky. It takes a great deal of effort to fly, to get high enough to touch the sky. One day I may falter and fall, and that would be the end of it all. Right now I'm flying high. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky. In a moment's time, it could all go awry. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky. Gotta keep moving, can't slow down. My head is spinning round and round. I've never been so tightly wound, trying not to fall down to the ground. Right now I'm flying high. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky. In a moment's time, it could all go awry. If I stop moving, I'll fall from the sky.
Hello, happy Thursday. It is Creative Chaos Night, and I didn't have a guest this week, so I'm bringing in Scott, but not quite yet. We're going to do our regular opening, even though he's sitting just right there. He's just over there. It's weird. Uh, he's watching me. Anyway, hello, Vulcan Lives, George Washington X, and Ben Sullivan popping in early. So I think we're going to hit that song early so that I can dance to it.
Hey Ben, you're my friend. Ben, you're my friend. You're the best old Ben there's
Pretty
ever
low.
been. Never been a Ben like Ben.
What's up, Ben? And check it in over on the Pilled. I've got Ghost Pepper and Madness Comic Network rated us from Madness Comic Network. So hello and welcome, guys. And thank you so much also, Madness Comic Network, for the cookie. Yum, 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 yum. All right. So seems like everybody knows what this show's about, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's about highlighting fascinating people creating fantastic things outside the mainstream. And I think I might be a little biased, but Flip City does it really well. Maybe one of the best out there. Creating fantastic things outside the mainstream. That's what I mean. All right. So, I don't know if Batman's here yet, cause if he's here, can we bring him in?
He is
I
not.
don't see. Okay. No biggie. So I'm gonna go straight into the promo tonight. I went and visited Comicsgate Commandos. I've had a couple of the Commandos on here, Patrick Quinlan and Dr. Ben, and Dr. Ben kind of freaked everybody out a little bit, but that's okay. It is okay. Um, what I did is I went on their stream, gosh, maybe about a month and a half ago. I had a blast and got a little bit salty, but it still is a perfect. It is still a perfect promo for Flip City because the magazine is salty. I was on brand, and I just wanted to show you a few of the things that I said about Comicsgate over on the Comicsgate Commandos. Let's go ahead and roll that code.
We have a piece. You guys asked me what I know about Comicsgate, and what I know is just what comes across my feed, and it's a bunch of little bitchy bitches, and all of you guys be bitches. No, I feel like you guys are probably little bitches too. Anybody's talking about it, like I don't know because I don't watch you guys intently. Like
who you talking to, Christy?
Who's mad at who and who's not talking to who?
Well,
and
now
whose show shouldn't I go on?
Tell her, Carbon.
This could like damage my reputation. Like it's way too much. Like I'm publishing a hilarious quarterly magazine.
The Corona thing.
Wait, I'm offended by what she said, and I want her to know I'm offended. I am. No, I'm just kidding.
That's how lit Flip City is. You know, the writing at Flip City, we are lit. We know what's going on. We have our finger on the pulse. It's everything you fucking want. It's everything you want. I guarantee any Comicsgate should be supporting Flip City. You will love it. It's everything you want. You know, even a little offense. You will take a little offense occasionally, and you're going to be like, you know what? Am I a butthurt little bitch? Let me get my Flip City scale out, read this shit, and see if my brown hole puckers. We have a piece.
All right. So that was me being salty. It was fun. And they took it all in great stride. And if you don't know what Flip City Magazine is, go check it out at flipcitymag.com. And apparently, and I am going to totally tell on myself, apparently I did have a guest tonight, and I did not have them in my calendar. I think we're going to just go ahead and go forward with the show as planned because I don't have anything planned for that guest tonight. And I'm going to bring in my current guest, and I am, after the show, going to DM the guest I was supposed to have on tonight with great apologies. So, Scott, get in here. This is Scott McKenzie, everybody. He's coming in soon.
My headphones are maladjusted.
There you go.
All right.
And we're sharing a microphone.
Slide in here. I'm a little up to the side. Well, hello. What an honor it is to be here tonight on Creative Chaos. Christy's creative cavalcade. Kookiness. I'm so happy to be here. And hi, Batman,
Yeah.
and Cause, Madness Comic Network, and my friend Ben Silva. Ben, he's my friend.
Yeah, you
He's
can
my
get to hear
friend.
the
He's my
song.
friend.
You get to hear the song. Is here. It is Batman. I see you, Batman.
Hey, Batman. I see the signal, bat signal.
And I'm not hearing him. Yeah, just so anybody out there in the viewing audience is wondering, we were having some technical difficulties before we were starting tonight. And they may continue throughout the night, which is perfect. It's a perfect night to have you on.
Yeah.
You know, comedy of errors.
Right.
Yeah, I see Batman seeing a little, lighting up like he's speaking,
Right.
but
Well, he just got the signal.
yeah.
He's got to put a suit on. Slide down the pole.
Well, you know what, Scott? What I'm
Yeah.
gonna do my regular thing. Normally, Batman would be putting you through Fanboy for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see his face now.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I like this layout kind of.
Holy shit. What a fucking nightmare. I was working just fine the other night on Brave on our show, and then tonight it wouldn't open up on Brave. It's like, what the fuck? And now you just said you were having technical difficulties, so it may have been the other end. I don't know. It blocked me. I was in the show. I saw my icon down in the bottom left corner with all the other windows open. I saw two for Cosmic, 3 for Cosmic. I saw 1 for you, and then me, but it was just the bat symbol and nothing else. So I don't know. Shit's been going weird today, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, very possibly. I know that I was never able to get into EV Mux on Brave, but I gotta say thank you to the Texan over on Pilled for rating us with 10 people. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And then
cool.
Girl Patriot also donated a cookie. I got another cookie tonight.
There you go. Thank you, Texan brother Hoss. Hope all is well with you. This man has been through so much, you have no idea. I don't know if you heard his story. The man's had like 10 heart attacks or something, and he's got, 8 or 10 stints in his body. The man died on the table last time he had a heart attack, and they brought him back. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Wow.
So, Texan, you're still out there. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you. And God's keeping you around for a reason. You got work to do, brother.
You're a fighter,
I am.
obviously.
Yeah. Oh, Girl Patriot loves my studio wall with all my paraphernalia.
Everybody loves your studio wall.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dive into it one day. I'm gonna have to turn the camera around and like just show everybody what the hell's out there. It's a mess
Yeah.
behind me, so I kind of block it with my shoulders, my big fat ass. But yeah, no, it's all right.
Well, I'm glad you were able to finally make it in. And who knows, this may be how we view you for the rest of the day. What do you got there?
Fanboy for us.
Oh, you're okay. He's putting you through Fanboy for us.
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay,
Scotty
well,
Mac doesn't get off that easy.
we're gonna tell. During the stinger, Scott said it's not going to go well.
Bullshit. All right, so Scotty, here it is. Fanboy for us. We're going to ask you a series of rapid fire favorite questions. We're going to ask your favorites, and just first thing that comes to your head, say it, put it out there. And if it's of interest, we'll discuss it further. All right.
Okay.
All right. Your favorite movie?
I have. Oh my God. This is difficult.
Don't think.
Rapid
First one that comes
fire.
to your
What do
head.
I like? I like Satyricon, Fellini. I'm out there.
So one more time. What is it?
Satyricon. You ever seen it?
Secuticon?
It's called Satyricon.
Satyricon. Oh, I thought you said charcuterie. I'm making a charcuterie board right now, actually. Okay.
You got meat on the mind.
That's my first thought.
I'm still
All right,
recovering from my
Satyricon.
I
cold.
had to get weird. It's a weird movie.
I'll have to look into it. Satyricon. All right. Favorite artist, any platform, any genre.
Oh, I like that painter Cézanne. He's my favorite. He's the
Cezanne.
father of modernism.
Cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
he's
All
the
right.
coolest.
Going old school on the art. Very
I'm going
nice.
old school all around just to break out of the
Good. All
The
right.
norm.
yeah, just to be different, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your favorite
Problematic.
food. Your favorite food.
Spaghetti. I love
Throw it,
spaghetti.
you
With the
throw enough of it on the wall, it's going to stick.
meatballs. I throw my spaghetti at the wall.
Just as long as you don't throw it at Christy.
Well, he does that too.
Just the meatballs. Hey, just the meatballs. I throw a meatball at your face. You shut up in your face.
And then we laugh and laugh.
Yeah. And we'll throw this
Favorite drink.
meatball at your face. What's up? What's up, Batman?
Favorite drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, it doesn't matter.
Oh, what do I like? I like brown ales.
All right, a man after my own heart. Dark beers, love it.
Yeah, dark beer. Thank you.
I'm a stout man, tried and true.
Yeah.
All right. Now, any genre, your favorite character, movies, comics, other TV shows, whatever.
Characters.
Favorite
Who do I
character.
like?
I don't know, Garfield?
No, I don't like Garfield. You know what I like right now?
What?
I like that alien on Resident Alien. He's fucking
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I don't know what his name is. He's an alien. That's a
Did
good
you
show.
mute?
I can't hear him.
Oh.
Hello.
That just, okay.
Okay.
It muted me automatically. My hands are peeling a fucking orange. What the hell?
It probably squirted on your mute button.
You never know. So, all right. So, I love Resident Alien. Did
do
they
you?
finally? What season are they up to now?
Well, they're on 4. I don't know if 4's come out. 3 is about to come out on Netflix in another week.
Oh, cool. That's what I got to. That's what I'm waiting for.
That is a funny show.
I love it. It's great. Alan Tudyk is hysterical. I mean, I loved him in Firefly, and him as this alien, he does
Yeah.
great work.
Great.
They do
pick.
great work.
Agreed.
All right, the last and final fan favorite question, fanboy for us. Your favorite band, any genre of music, your favorite band.
Well, okay. I'll go with XTC. It's my favorite. Late 70s, early 80s, new wave, post-punk band. Incredibly creative, great albums.
Do you like Radiohead?
Do you like Radiohead?
Yeah.
That's a little in joke here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who doesn't like Radiohead? But I love XTC. They never get enough props. It's been a long time since.
Well, after Michael bit the big one, kind of went sideways, but they were a great band.
Oh, who died?
The lead singer.
No, XTC, not NXS.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking in excess. Right. Oh, XTC. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
remember them?
My apologies.
Oh, hey, here's a bonus. Here's my solo artist, Elvis Costello.
Yes.
We've been
Old or new?
putting a lot.
Elvis Costello, old or new?
Oh, well, old, but I like the new too. Guy hasn't lost it. I mean, he's just a great writer.
Yeah, him and Bryan Singer can really rock it out. They go through so many different genres of music. I love that. He can play just about anything. All right. Well, that concludes Fanboy for us, and I think we should get on with the show.
Yes, we should. And I think I saw the Texan say John Wayne was his favorite somewhere, but I don't see it. Oh, yeah, the Duke.
Favorite what?
Absolutely.
Favorite.
Aaron, I got to do a shout out. Aaron Moriarty, brother. Good to hear. Good to see you out there. We got Vulcan Lives. Vulcan Lives. We've got George Washington, ex-brother. What's going on? Ben Sullivan. We got a bunch of people out there in the chats. Good to see you out there. And Cosmic Graphics is the mayor of Simpleton. Simpleton?
Yeah, that's an XTC song.
And Aaron actually saw Elvis Costello twice live.
Yeah, very good.
That's cool. I'd like to see Elvis Costello sometime. Hey, yeah, and Batman, I totally forgot to ask everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Help us with the algorithm.
Oh yes. All right. So if you're out there in the TV land or computer land, digitized as we are, go out there and ring that bell. Like, subscribe, throw us some red pill love if you're on pill.net, foxhole.app, and like and subscribe and thumbs up, everybody. All right. Back to you, Christy.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to start kind of our regular interview. I think this is really interesting because we talk about between me and Scott, we talk about Flip City nonstop, like it is our own very own baby. But I've never really interviewed you
There's
about
things you
anything.
don't know about Flip City.
Well, there's
Really
probably when we've been on podcasts together and we get asked questions, we have different ideas of how and why we started this whole thing.
Mhm.
But before we get into that, because I think I'd like to go through that as well, I'd like you, because I think you're out of practice, to tell everybody your elevator pitch for Flip City. Explain what it is.
Flip City is it's a humor satire print magazine in the tradition of great American satire magazines, which might I say began. Here's the satire magazines in America. They began about 7 years after the Civil War, around the 1870s with Puck, and then 7 years later, what came out was a Judge. And these two satire magazines reigned for about 40 years and 60 years um, into the 20th century. And these were the old school satire magazines. And, then times changed. And when the 50s came in, the publishers of EC Comics, with all the Tales from the Crypt and all that, put out, and Kurtzman put out Mad Magazine in the 1950s. Cracked Magazine piled on later, in around 1959, 7 years later. And after that, into the 50s and 60s, there was a whole wealth of comic satire magazines making fun of everything. They went from weird, crazy, all these kind of magazines, but they went out of style. They went out of style by the late 1980s. They had almost all folded, and they've been replaced by something new. The men's magazine, the men's lifestyle magazine, took over for these funny mags, and really brought in the era of the bro, the dude bro, who just wanted to know about girls, gadgets, and games. So, Flip City magazine is a kind of a revival. It's not nostalgic, it's current, but it's a bit of a revival of the old school humor and satire print magazines from past eras. And notice there isn't anything else on the shelf right now that's remotely similar. And so we saw an opportunity to bring back that kind of full page comic and satire humor in a magazine format. Little did we know we would even survive, but here we are 5 years later, going on to issue 24.
Wow, that was a really long elevator ride.
I bet you wanted though.
No,
I want to take it back a few years. Because, there's history to the satire magazine.
There is. Now, here's something I think about a lot. It is why we started the magazine. I know personally why I was supportive of the idea, but like from your view, why did we start Flip City? Why did you start Flip City?
Well, we had a lot of ideas. We came out of a project that got, what do you say, got interrupted.
It got mutinied.
We got mutiny. We had a mutiny with the crew, and they tried to take us over, but that's a long story, right?
Yeah.
So we had a lot of material, and it needed somewhere to go with it. This was the format that fit our material best: short stories, short comic stories, and pages and stuff like that. in retrospect, it might have been smarter to go with a social media friendly format where you can post one panel every day and rack up the clout. But that's just not where my heart was at.
No, well, that's the thing too. I'm interjecting. I shouldn't. I'm not doing a full interview, but that's the thing too. Like, it seems to me you are hell bent on um uh oh
Revenge.
gosh,
Hell-bent
not
on
revenge,
revenge.
not revenge, but more like taking something and elevating it to the highest level you possibly can, and doing a one panel social media thing, like that's just not your personality, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what more is a lot of creators on the right. Not you guys who are my favorites. I love you all. But there's a lot whose material is kind of weak, and to be quite honest, a lot of the non-left creators like to get a little bit preachy. It's a few panels. We get to that last panel, and it's going to teach you a little lesson there. You learn something from my comment, and I don't like that. I don't want to do it. I just want to make people laugh.
Right, right. Well, and that makes me think of something that I was thinking I was going to ask you earlier. And that's when what do you look for when somebody submits something? First off, do you like people submitting to Flip City?
I do.
You appreciate it.
Please do it.
Yeah. And then what do you look for when you're reading somebody's script? Or, I mean, because submissions come in all shapes and sizes,
Yeah,
right?
well, first it's helpful to be timely, to be addressing something that at least connects to some kind of social trend or something about the world that makes sense, rather than being nostalgic and trying to, for instance, write parodies about 50-year-old TV shows that just screams boomer. We don't, we're not boomer humor. We want to stay contemporary. Um, so I'm looking for the writing first and foremost. I'm most anal retentive about the writing, and I want people to uh, get funny punches in there and know how to deliver a few laughs, and then good art doesn't help, but you can get away with what you would call more indie style art as long as the writing is sharp. But I'm very bent on making sure that it communicates and it clicks, and it could possibly even make you laugh out loud. As many people have said, I take my Flip City, I sit on the toilet, and I laugh.
Yeah. I actually got a comment in a chat the other day saying I cannot. They were at they backed our volume 23 campaign, and they said I can't wait to poop.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our fiction writer Sonny Klein just told me that last night.
He did.
He was pitching me an idea for next issue, which sounds very good. And he said, he said, oh, I got the latest one. Good pooping. Good pooping material.
That's funny. Well, since you brought up a regular contributor to the magazine, I have to ask, and you have to be honest. Do you have favorites?
Do
you have favorite contributors that you can't imagine like not giving them something every time?
Yeah, sure.
Who?
Oh, well, Ben, he's my friend.
Yeah,
he's my friend
Ben.
Kelly, and that's Ben, my super friend, the incredibly talented Ben Sullivan, who knocks it out of the park with the lead parody every single time.
Which, by the way, just so everybody knows, we will be doing a parody live read at the very end tonight. Yeah. So you will see some of Ben's work if you're new here and haven't seen us do any of the parodies before. So you'll see Ben's work, and it's great.
And what story is that going to be?
Farrell Dixon.
Walking Dead.
I got to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
This one's addressing to Chrissy, but how do we brand Scotty Flip City Mag when he is Flip City Mag with you?
I'm branded.
How well? I mean, it really the branding segment is more about like making people who are viewing the show actually see something Flip City does. But don't worry, I'll brand him later.
This right here is actually on my forehead. If I took my hat off, you would find.
Well, wait till she gets out the branding iron and tattoos your ass.
Yeah. I'll wear it on my ass proudly too.
Well, and Batman, since you popped in, do you have any questions for Scott? Any burning questions? Anything you want to know?
Well, I do. I mean, you started out as your own artist at first, right? I mean, you were doing all the artwork.
For 3 issues, that is true, yes.
And so, how much more of your art do we see in the magazine? And has your art, evolved, or is it still the same style as when you first started it?
Well, it's not much better, but you'll see a lot less of it. And you'll see a lot more of other people. That's good.
Okay.
Really,
Except for you did the cover. You just did the cover.
I did the cover with the Joker. That the cover number 23 has the Joker and our own mascot icon, Kitty Phillips. So that's a pretty good one. I haven't done a cover since number 6. But yeah, so, back at the beginning, we got nothing going on. So, and no friends to help us and no money. So yes, I'm doing it myself. So I'm playing all the roles. I'm doing the parody and the one-off page because there's no stakes. Let's do this and see what happens.
And go ahead.
Most of those experiments were successful. So I can work in different styles. I'm a trained illustrator. I can work in this style, and I can revert to a more simplified comic style. For the long term, that's not what you want. But for the long term success of a satire magazine, what do you want? You want those guys who people click with. Like every time I get an issue, I go to this guy's. Oh, there's that guy's page. Because you have that. Like in Mad, you have that Don Martin. Okay, you know what you're going to get, and those are the anchors. So, we'd like those people to be known by name eventually. Oh, here's that great crew of Flip City, all those artists someday.
Well, you see what George Washington X says? He says Flip City has a good ensemble cast, and we could not agree more.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I was really hoping that one of the newer viewers, but has been popping in every week, pops in tonight. We'll see. Nat Rain. Because Nat is kind of a newer edition. How many issues has he been published in now?
I think 3 or 4. It might be 4.
Yeah, but I'm getting comments during the stream that now this makes me suspicious that Nat Rain's having his friends like come in and say Nat Rain's thing was real great, but because he's got the link.
I just want to throw it out there real quick. Have you found that certain segments of the magazine have been dropped in lieu of others to expand others or to add new?
You know what? I'm actually going to answer on one and throw it to Scott. Something that, gosh, and I think this has been maybe even like 2 years ago. Something that was regularly appearing in the magazine was what he called his screeds. And it was just him ripping something a new asshole, like modern art or something like that. And it'd be a screed. And he just came to me. He's like, I'm not going to do screeds anymore. And I don't think you have.
Not so much. No, I really haven't. Well, also what we did in the early times, sometimes we might have something like a real movie review or a column that was funny, that was about something real. Somewhere around issue 17 and 18, I said to Christy, I don't want to review real things anymore. I just want to go hard satire. And so everything's a goof. Everything's a goof now. It doesn't mean it could closely be related to something real. Oftentimes it is. Like was 3 or 4 issues ago when the news was about James Gunn's Superman, and we did a piece on how James Gunn's Superman is a super coomer, and wrote up this story about how James Gunn's Superman was about this pervert who went around trying to see all the girls' boobies and everything. Yes, the movie's real. The article is fake.
Right.
Other people have the culture commentary handled. I don't need to compete.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't know how many YouTube culture commentators I follow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting. I've expanded our list to more culture creators, the comic book people and stuff like that, and I'm enjoying their content a lot more because they do culture commentary, but they're also doing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do I feel like I'm interviewing myself?
We just want to do full-on shits and giggles, and that's all. And I think it works.
And you succeeded.
Thanks, Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoy the magazine.
Where do you keep your magazine, Batman?
The toilet.
I have a couple of them in the bathroom, and I have a couple of them here on my desk behind me when I'm just bored as shit. You know, something's just not clicking, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of my headspace, and I'll grab one and I'll just throw it open and just thumb through it and laugh.
Cool.
And then I'm feeling a little better, and then I'm like, okay, now I can go back to working.
That's great.
Yep, but definitely the bathroom. The bathroom reading material is absolutely number one. I always keep one on the back of the
Or
toilet.
number 2.
Yes. It's definitely number one for the number 2.
Well, we recommend people subscribe twice because, your bathroom copy could get a little dirty.
Right. You don't want to take your bathroom copy on the train.
Seal one of them in Mylar, put one of them in the toilet room. Toilet room, also known as the bathroom.
Well, here's something that I get a lot, and it kind of like makes me grit my teeth a little bit, is people calling Flip City a political magazine. A political satire. How do you feel about that description of Flip City?
I just don't think I don't think that's true at all. I mean, a political satire magazine is Charlie Hebdo out of France. If you are familiar with that, they're the people who a bunch of Islamists raided their office and shot them up because they had a Mohammed drawing contest, which is not something I'm interested in doing.
Being shot up by
all Muslims.
extremists?
I just don't care about doing that. But no, I don't think it's political. I think it's cultural, and in being cultural, it can't help but touch on political figures plenty of the time.
Well, further on that, just kind of the same topic, what do you think about people saying it's a conservative satire magazine?
No, I don't think that's true at all. I mean, I don't know what it's conserving. I mean, we have taken targets at the left at every opportunity, but sometimes we target people on the right. I mean, the uniparty is not all the left; it's left and right, and there are plenty of things to go after.
I consider you guys an equal opportunity offender because
Thank
you look at the cover of the last magazine.
It's offensive.
Well, here's some stories about that because we had to decide. Early on we said, well, you know how we can make a lot of money. We put Donald Trump as a superhero on the front cover, and we sell it to all MAGAs, and they go crazy, and we make lots of money and have big numbers and have all the clout, and everybody in conservative ink strokes our ass. And I don't want to do it. It's boring. It's stupid. Now, because of politics and culture, we've been under the thumb of the left primarily for so many years. We've had to target all of that stuff so much. But, it's not like we don't have a little fun with Trump. And sometimes Sometimes we frequently put things out that will challenge our own readership base to our own financial detriment, and it has happened. It has happened wherein we put a joke about Trump embracing the vaccine a couple of years ago in one of our Christmas issues and had a flood of cancellations. And yeah, that's true. We lost so much money for making fun of Trump one time, and you know why that's happening too. We have a lot of dear subscribers who are loyalists. They get us. They know what the magazine's about. But you're also trying to make a dollar. So anybody who wants to subscribe, come over. And then a lot of people get offended about one little thing because you know how the intolerance runs. You like to say the left is intolerant, but the right is plenty intolerant about things too. So you can read this magazine where you're enjoying it and you laugh about everything, and then there's one thing, and then you go, "Oh my God, these people are my enemy. Fuck you. I want my money back." And that happens.
Yeah.
And so right here we're at election time, and yeah, we put out this issue 22, and it's not a terribly flattering Donald Trump picture on the front with Kamala Harris, but it really, it doesn't matter because we just stay true to what we want to do, even though we live in the poorhouse. And
we don't live in the poorhouse. We live in a wonderful house in the mountains of Southern California. It's awesome.
Well, you haven't gone off grid yet, so it can't be too bad.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we stay true to ourselves, and we really do try to push it and not. What's everybody locked into? That when they get these audiences and they get clout, what happens? Well, now I know there are certain things I just can't say because I don't want to lose my precious audience and my money and my clout. And every time we've been confronted with this situation, we've said, "Fuck it, we're going to do what we want to do, and let it roll and be damned." And sometimes they bring the pain.
Yeah, they do bring the pain, and it is me being on the customer service end of the magazine. It's always been fun to actually save subscribers by explaining why we do what we do. And that happens maybe, I don't know, 40% of the time. I'm pretty good. Somebody gets offended at something and I explain why we do what we do. And they're like, "Okay, thank you for explaining that." Well, then let me flip this on you. Flip. Get it? Flip city.
Yeah.
Well, what is it about publishing the magazine as far as audience wise goes? Like, what brings you like the greatest joy?
Audience wise?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Feedback?
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
I guess anything, but yeah, feedback. I guess that would be audience wise.
Yeah, I like good feedback. I mean, what the ultimate satisfaction is writing something that I can read back that makes me laugh again. I'm not trying too hard. It flowed rather effortlessly and came together, and I can look at that and go, "That's solid." And then you put somebody like Ben, my friend's art with it, and I know that works great. I know it's good. I can be satisfied that I know that we did a good job.
How do you work with artists?
I'm very loose.
Because they're crazy people,
Well, listen, most art directors who get into art direction and get a little bit of power there, they get their college degree and they get a job in art direction, and then they're going to dictate to the artist because they got the money. This is what I want, and it doesn't come back perfect. And they go, "I want you to fix this. I want you to fix that. I want it more like this. I want it more like that." I don't do that to these people at all. I want first because I don't pay them a whole lot. I don't want them to get frustrated, but I don't want to control their output either. And 9 times out of 10, I will if what I get back didn't quite fit what I wrote, I'll rewrite. I'll work around them because I'm happy to make a better piece. And there's that story we have.
What story?
A Dave story. Can I go through that?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I've said this a
Yeah.
million times.
Oh, I know what you're.
But it was the interview for Count Dankula, and Count Dankula told a story about soldiers in World War II who found a monkey, right? Help me out with this, because I don't remember the original story.
Okay, so the original story goes, a monkey trainer trained his monkeys to do the salute, the Elon salute now, and and Hitler didn't like it, and so he sent dudes out to kill the guy's monkeys. That's the story.
Okay, so I asked for an illustration of soldiers, Nazi soldiers, shooting monkeys. And
I'm going to see if I can find it.
And Dangerous Dave McDowell sent back a picture of a Nazi monkey with a gun. Okay, so I like it. I'm not gonna go back to him. Hey Dave, it was supposed to be a guy shooting a monkey. Do this again. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and well, that's the thing too. Like, it was a funny illustration.
Yeah.
And yay, I found the magazine, so I can show you all the actual illustration live here.
I would rather the illustrators have fun and let loose and do what they want than to be a little anal retentive AD.
Here we go. There's the Nazi monkey by the great Dave McDowell.
Yeah. Yeah. I think most art directors are shit, and I'm one of the better ones. I'm gonna stroke myself right there. Right there.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking where your hands were.
And both are accounted for.
Anyway, look it. Okay, so first off, Woody M says, "Yo, fellow artist." I'm assuming that's because he's an artist.
Or autist.
Or he's odd. Dude, I love artists. I really do. And then he said Mad Lads because of Count Dankula. He was our first interview, by the way.
Yeah.
That was our way, by the way. That was our way to get people with bigger names to start talking to us, because you get ignored a lot. You get ignored a lot. You don't have a huge social media following and all that, and you get ignored. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like try an experiment. I'm just gonna say, hey, can we interview you? And these big people are like, heck yeah, you can. I'm like, okay, new technique. You're gonna know what Flip City Magazine is. Anyway, I think it's time, honey, for us to go. Even though you mansplain to me daily, we still have to do it for the show. Are you ready to get into mansplain?
I'll do my best.
All right.
Mansplaining is about giving back to the community. I personally think it should be called man-sharing.
We have a piece. You guys asked me what I know about Comicsgate, and what I know is just.
And that was me woman-splaining there for just one moment to the Comicsgate Commandos. All right. So we are now in the mansplain segment of Creative Chaos. And I would love for you to mansplain to me how the heck you got me to agree to support you in this crazy adventure of publishing an independent quarterly magazine.
Well, outside of it being your wifely duty to throw all of your support behind me, not question me, how did I convince you to do that?
Yeah.
Well, by putting the pressure on you, I convinced you by putting pressure on you by walking away from my job.
Oh yeah.
and kissing that small amount of corporate income.
That's right.
Kissing that goodbye and acting like I got to do it. I got to do something.
It's so funny how I'm able to rewrite history in my own head
Mm-hmm.
because I always forget about that.
Yeah.
Because you weren't there very long.
No, I wasn't there long at all.
If you want to tell the
Wait.
people about your job, you can.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
wanted
went.
to ask,
I
what
went
did you
to
do before this?
what's that, man?
What was it that you did before you did the magazine?
Well, immediately before it, I had gone to work for a small local paper up here, and this, by the way, this only lasted a couple of days. Uh, in doing a pre-press, which is you do the layout, you do layout for a paper, you set the photos, you set the type, this kind of thing, get it ready. And I had done this for a number of years previously for advertising and stuff like that. So it's easy work. In fact, it's so easy that it's insufferably boring. And by day two, they didn't have a computer for me, and I was supposed to sit around and watch the other guys work. And what happened there? I said, after a certain amount of time, I said, okay, well, you guys get a computer. I'm going to go home, and you guys get a computer, and then we'll get busy. And this would have been the most damn boring job in the world. Just waiting around and setting type for stories about, something that happened in the mountains, like there was a break-in here, or this library gave some books to this guy.
Yeah.
It's just cerebral death, I think. And so I said, okay, well, let's get it together. Well, they called me and said, don't come back. Don't come back. You had the fucking audacity to walk out of here just because you had nothing to do. Like, I was saving you money. So, that says many things. Like, these guys, they can't handle you making decisions or acting autonomously at all. And I'm like, well, it's been so long since I was working for one of these people, I forgot how retentive they were. So once I got that call, I said, oh shit, I better do something. Surely there's something I can come up with that's interesting. And we had these I had story ideas around. So Christine always said, put these in page format. So I started working on that.
Yeah.
So that answers the question.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you remember who your first artist was outside of yourself that you introduced?
Yeah, it was Dave McDowell, Dangerous Dave McDowell, who has been in every issue, stalwart.
And there is an original painting hanging right there behind me.
Can I just pull it off?
Yeah, you have to pull it up first.
So, listen, everyone. Because I was just telling you a story, I should have prefaced it with this. May I tell you a story of complete and utter failure? And I just did.
And by the way, everybody, Scott gave me that painting as an anniversary.
Oh, this was
gift.
This was my 10th anniversary present to my wife. Now, do you think that's crazy? Do you think that's in bad taste? Or do you think perhaps I have such a good relationship with my wife that she wouldn't take this painting and break it into pieces and crack it over my head?
Give me a painting that says, may I tell you a story of complete and utter failure? I loved it. I got tears in my eyes. I don't think I actually cried, but I was like, oh my God, we have an original Dave McDowell piece now. And it's basically my motivational poster, and you can find that in the centerfold of volume 21, I believe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, volume 21.
Well, that's a pull-out poster. Pull it out, put it on your wall, stare at it every day, and think about what your life has become. Reflect on that.
Awesome.
Do I relate to that?
I know. Look at Woody says it's a sweet gift. I love it. Look, I'm going to put that on the screen. It was a very sweet gift. I was very happy to get it. That is one of our goals in life, actually, is to fill our house with as much original art as possible.
This is,
as far as collections go, that is what I want to collect, is original art, and just have it all over our house.
If you don't know, this is Oliver Platt from the show The Bear, where he plays Uncle Jimmy, and he has to school his nephew who's trying to go up in the restaurant business.
And he's very talented.
Yeah.
Yes. But talent doesn't take you all the way.
No.
Gotta have that grit and grind. Anyway, I think you...
now he's just looking at us back there. See?
I like it. I think I'm going to leave him right there. Yeah, I've had people ask me, like, what is that guy looking over your shoulder? Anyway, okay, that does it for Mansplain. And now we're going to get into Conspiracy Corner. I know this has made you the most nervous.
It's making me very anxious. But I get 3 shots.
I wanna live with a conspiracy girl. I could be prepping the rest of my life with a conspiracy girl.
Those weren't aliens.
Oh, it's over there. You want it?
No.
Well, somebody has to wear it.
We're going bareback tonight,
get
baby.
it.
We're not getting... You're getting my... Okay. Scott's getting my tinfoil hat. This is the Christmas themed one, but that's fine. It'll work for tonight.
Scotty, Christy wanted to raw dog it, and you just wouldn't let her, huh?
Oh, he didn't hear you.
Washington, D.C.
What did you say?
I said, Scotty, Christy wanted you to raw dog it, and you wouldn't let her.
No, she got to wear the hat. She got to screen out the bad vibration.
That's right. Well, you know, I like to think we have not been taken off of YouTube. Levi Skeen, I didn't know you were here. Hello.
He says, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Okay, Scott, I'm only saying this for the audience, but here's how the wheel works. We're going to bring the wheel up, and then I'm going to explain how the wheel works to you and the audience out there. So you get 3 spins here. If you don't like the first one, you can take another spin. If you don't like the second one, you can take another spin. But no matter what the third one is, you have to talk on that subject. And guess what, though? You don't even have to know anything about it. And you can just, like, make shit up. And you are a writer.
Well, that's good, because I don't believe in these conspiracies.
Of course you don't. None of us do. Oh, Batman's got his Flip City tinfoil hat. That's nice. Oh, which, by the way, I will do a little pitch right now. Everybody look at Batman down there in the lower circle. That is the free tinfoil hat, handcrafted here at the Flip City Magazine Studios. Taking a bird's eye view 60 miles outside of Los Angeles. That you get with any purchase of any past issue. So there you go. You get your own very own Flip City branded tinfoil hats. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready to spin the wheel?
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Terrified.
You should be terrified.
Like, I think I might freeze up.
You should.
You might have to help me. Because you know what I think. You have to sit here and listen to me.
I don't know what you think.
You sit here and listen to my thoughts all day
No,
long.
I literally the other day said I don't know what goes on in your mind, and you're like,
Project Mockingbird. I'm not well educated.
It's just about the news.
Oh, fake news?
Yeah.
Fake news is bad.
All right, we're spinning
again. I don't know if I
then.
can really roll on that. This is going to be good.
My hat fell off. We're not putting it.
Mud flood. Tartarians. True theme.
Look, we landed on television.
Television. Okay, so conspiracies about television? Well...
Do you want to stick with this one?
No, if I go another one, I get a bad one. I get one I can't do.
It's true. You know, you recently said a very profound thing to me about modern entertainment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd I say?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about, the movies that are coming out and, how you are a savage. You're a savage hater on everything. And you said to me, Well, it's because they treat us like we're fucking idiots
Yeah,
or something like that.
right.
Anyway,
Well, what do I know about television? Well, let's see. They started television. Television came around by the late 40s, right? Early 50s. So the question is, was television always from its very inception just a means of controlling your opinions and seeding you with ideas about lifestyle that would promote conformity and making you easy to manage. And I think that is true. Television was preceded by radio, to get a jump on that, the mass communications, and an incredible amount of television in the 50s all the way through to today is stupid and has gotten increasingly stupid and lends itself simply to programming minds. Let's see, what's the last show we watched? We watched this show called...
Are you talking about one that I watched?
Yeah.
Because I watched it in...
What was that show about the autistic kid?
Oh, God, yes, that's so true. It was called Abnormal?
No, Atypical.
Atypical.
So it purported to be this show about this quirky autistic kid who loved penguins.
And it was fun. When he was in it, it was kind of fun.
Entertaining enough.
Yeah.
But as it went on, the story, it became more and more about his sister discovering she was a lesbian and all of her friends, which had nothing to do
with the autistic kid.
Because they hired these writers, these woke writers, who cloaked their agendas in something slightly less annoying to get in the door. And
you know what I'd really like is for you to tell people what you do because Scott is a avid credit reader. So what do you do when you see credits and see a certain name? Well, because with this show in particular, it is a woman's name and very ethnic sounding.
Well, you knew what you were going to get.
Yeah.
Because you know what Hollywood does.
Right.
And then, what I did is start to yell about how they hire some college grad but inexperienced 25-year-old ethnic girl who should have a job cleaning toilets somewhere to write television for us. And, it's like I said, the part of it was passable, but the rest of it was just a retarded agenda for some angry person to try to keep that out of these other people. And it's, more than anything else, it's boring.
Yeah.
I don't care about this took me about an autistic kid's challenges. Now suddenly it's his sister's lesbian relationship. I don't care.
Yeah. And the lesbian relationship thing was very boring.
Stupid.
And I did continue watching the show because I liked the boy's story. I liked the autistic kid's story, and that's what I wanted to see. And so, yeah, I kept watching it, but it just kept getting more and more into the sisters' lesbian relationship and the drama
the autistic
involved
kid
with
wasn't
that.
even in it at all. It was just the whole hour was, and it's supposed to be quirky humor, but boy, when you get those two lesbians in a conversation about their relationship, there's nothing funny going on there. Oh my God. Oh, the pain, the heartbreak of being who we are. Oh my God, what a terrible show.
All right. I think we're good with Conspiracy Corner.
Okay.
Yes.
Is anyone out there enjoying
I don't know.
this?
I don't know if you're aware, but we have somebody lurking in the green room.
I know. I see him, and I heard him laugh at something Scott said.
Who's
so
lurking?
we're gonna
I
We're gonna
tried
start wrapping up the show
texting
here.
him to mute his mic, but he wasn't looking at the private chat.
Oh, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
glad someone was laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was laughing. I just muted the mic.
No, laugh out loud. Like that is absolutely like Scott's spinach, like Popeye spinach can, is people laughing at what he says. In fact, to the point of like, if he has something funny and I'm doing my wifely thing where I'm like not paying attention to him and he really needs a laugh, he makes sure that I hear it.
Yes.
Yes.
Say, excuse me. I said an amusing thing over here. I guess I will say it again for your benefit.
Yeah. And usually it is.
Here's the joke.
And
again.
usually I will give you a genuine laugh. Once in a while, it's that. Oh. Anyway, it is time for us to finally.
Who's in the green room?
It's Patrick. You
Patrick.
get to meet Patrick.
Okay.
And why don't we bring Patrick out? Because we're gonna go into our live read here in a minute.
Why not?
Hello.
Hi, Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry, I assumed that I was just muted from being in the back room. My apologies.
No,
I have
please
no
don't
idea.
apologize.
Feel good.
I
Yeah.
need feedback all the time.
Yeah, exactly. You can laugh at Scott all you want.
It was funny. I was laughing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, so we're gonna go into the Flip City branded segment.
Okay.
And this comes with once you're branded, and Patrick's already branded. That's why he's already back.
Yeah.
It comes with an invitation back to any FAFO party that Flip City Magazine hosts.
Absolutely.
So you'll be invited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll be invited.
You'll be
That's
invited,
nice.
yes. And what we've got for you tonight is one of the parodies written by the great yourself and illustrated by the even better Ben Sullivan.
And
it is called Feral Dixon. And we're
Walking
gonna
Dead.
The
Woking Dead. Feral Dixon.
That's right. Here's how it's going though. So Scott, you have the lead role of Feral Dixon. Patrick, with all his multi-talented voices, is going to read all the other roles except for the girls. Batman, I didn't save anything for you unless.
No, don't worry about it. No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good?
I'm good. I want to hear Patrick. He's funny too.
Yeah, Patrick's hilarious. And Patrick, you're also going to take the narrator because I know you have a good narrator voice. Yeah. So I'm just doing the girls. All right, here we are, Woking Dead.
Feral Dixon.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to make this screen bigger.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So here I am in Paris, France. I have no idea why I'm in France, what I should be doing, or why. To be honest, I didn't even read the script. That's just what a rebel I am, I guess. But I've learned when life hands you an opportunity, don't piss it away. Just take the paycheck and ride it all the way to the end. Anyways, I had to leave Georgia as a protest against their oppressive transgender bathroom laws. I had a hard time getting my crossbow through customs. I must have filled out 1,000 forms. But here I am in the city of lights, high fashion, cinema, the arts, street mimes, all of my guilty pleasures. Man, what the hell happened to Paris? Oh yeah, zombie invasion. And there it is, the Eiffel Tower. Whole lot of fuss over a giant erector set. Oh, hey, my wallet. Ding 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 ding. Hey, my man purse. Just like back home, everybody wants to take a bite out of Feral Dixon. Yep, sucks. Oh, look at there. It's the Champs-Élysées. Every serious touring biker's dream come true. Surely I've got time for a petit four and an espresso. What the hell's this? A zomber bomber? Oh, all right. Things just got real. Somebody's got to man up and put a stop to this. Appeasement never works. Just ask you. The more you feed them, the more will come, just like pigeons. Uh-oh, Euro zombies everywhere. There must be a million of them. How come I didn't hear about this on the news? And who putting on dairy creamer in my espresso? Oh, I specifically asked for no cream, no sugar. Why is it employees today have such a hard time following directions? Some hospitality. This place gets 1 star on Yelp from me. Oh, barricade the doors. Get your rifles ready. Your city is being overrun by hordes of zombies. Frenchies, you need to form a line of resistance. Oh, what a bunch of pussies. It's like they enjoy losing. I guess if you want something done, you've got to do it yourself. Eat titanium, freak! What? You're arresting me for taking out the Euro trash? This was self-defense, man. Oh, you frogs will have to catch me first. I gotta get out of this crazy house. Uh-oh. If I can just shake the fuzz. Uh, Now to find a place where I can get some peace and quiet. Disneyland Paris? This'll do. Sometimes it feels like I'm the last straight man on earth. I should have just gone to the discotheque. Wow, how did you find me so fast? It's like this terrible franchise, I mean nightmare, is never going to end. Suck it, Klaus.
tonight. I swear to God, I'll torch this bloody TV studio. Good work. We've broken him.
Ingrid, much like the speed on my Honda CB750 Nighthawk, my love has no limits. Please accept this rose. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, that's it. They finally got to him.
Dun, dun, dun.
The
Dun,
end.
dun.
I didn't have the
Yeah,
ending sound effect. Patrick, you're so fun.
that was good.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. My bad.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like, I said I'm the girl.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You
That was
were
a lot
just
of
trying to
fun.
steal the show as usual.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Guilty.
We got to bring Patrick back all the time now. He's just too good at this.
No, he's very, very good at this, and that, by the way, Patrick, because you had offered, to do voiceover for us when you can. That's what I sent you. I don't know if you know when I sent you the full magazine.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
definitely would love to hear your Farrell Dixon.
My Farrell Dixon kind of sounded like this. I know he's supposed to be what's his name?
Daryl.
Right. The actor though. What's his name?
Oh,
Gosh. He's
What
got a
is
very
his name?
yeah.
Edward? No. Norman.
Norman Reedus. Yeah. He's got a very particular, like, he just sounds bored all the time. You know what I mean? Very slight southern accent, but his timbre of his voice is like almost impossible to reproduce unless you smoke and drink a lot. Which I guess I should then be able to reproduce it then, huh?
Oh, that's right. I forget that you smoke because you actually smoke outside.
Right.
So, Patrick, where does everybody find you if they want to hang out with you?
Well, if you guys want to come watch my show on Wednesday nights called the Comicsgate Commandos, I'm one of those evil, horrible, terrible people in Comicsgate. But we'd love to have you over on my show. We just promote comic books and try to entertain people. No drama, at least most of the time. Usually.
Yeah.
It's PQVOX, PQ Vox on YouTube. And if you want to find me on Twitter, it's PQ Comics with an X because I'm edgy like that. So yeah.
I thought it was because you were on X.
No, it was called Twitter when I joined. And then it changed to X.
I bet you Elon took it directly from you.
That's, yeah, I mean, I'm a
He's like, look
trendsetter,
at this cool dude.
you know?
He ended it with an X.
It didn't become X until after he was already out of diapers.
I'm glad everybody perceives me as young because I'm 31. I don't feel young.
Oh, dude, I got you by, oh my God, Jesus Christ. You're only 31?
Only
I'm twice
31,
your
he
fucking
says.
age.
I was at the
That's
grocery
wrong.
store the other day, and this girl was talking to her coworker, and she's like, "What did she say?" She was like, "Oh, I got slammed off Four Loko," and I was like, I thought it was funny because when I was in college, Four Loko it would kill, like, you know, they had a bunch of caffeine in it, and then you do the alcohol, and a lot of people had like heart issues, and so I said that to her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, well I guess it was like that back in your day," and I was like, "What does that mean?" Give me that bread.
Now, is that the only reason you've grown your facial hair out?
No, I'm just lazy. I actually don't. My razor broke, and I haven't bought a new one yet. That's why.
It's really funny because I've told Scott multiple times to grow his beard out because I forget he always lets it grow out because you're lazy too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I don't want to shave.
Yeah, every day. Come on.
Shaving sucks.
Get out of here.
I know. Batman, tell us about your mustache. And so many people on this show, by the way, are quite obsessed with your mustache. Like, what's it like when you wake up?
Well, it depends. If I'm sleeping on my back, it's usually in the same position. But if I'm sleeping on my stomach, it's up this way, it's down this way, it's all over the place. I literally get up in the morning and I brush it out of my way because it's out there. When I'm done with it, it's out here. Yeah,
I
no,
didn't know that. I
oh,
need
yeah.
to see that.
Yeah, you just need to
No.
come on one time with it just straight out. Like,
I've actually taken some putty and like really straightened it out, and then just slowly turned it up to a little curl on each end, so it looks like Dick Dastardly,
Nice.
But yeah, I'm actually because I'm leaving for Peru for the month. I'm actually getting ready to shave it off, and we were supposed to do an episode on it. Uh, Cosmic and I were discussing that at one point where we're going to do a whole like mustache thing. And I may actually cut off the curls just because I need it to grow back in again. It's nice and thick now, but it's getting wiry. So it gets to the point where it's unmanageable. And like I'm constantly puttying it all the time. I keep a little like, have you ever been to Ulta? Ulta, the makeup.
Yes, Ulta Beauty.
Yeah, Ulta Beauty has, what's up, General Piggy? They have these little like little dishes, little jars, for samples and stuff they give away. So I went in there once and I'm like, look, I need one for my mustache wax. Do you have something small that I could buy from you? The girl looks over her shoulders, opens up one of her drawers, reaches in and hands me like 4 of them and go, here you go. And she gave me these cute little like plastic containers, and so I keep paste in one, I keep wax in another, and then I keep the gel in a third, and the fourth one is always emergency backup. So I've always got a spare one just in case. But I usually keep the gel in my pocket. But I'm in my pajamas already tonight because I got waylaid today. I had to work all day today solo because 2 of my main staffers were out sick. So I literally sat at a desk all day on a computer, and that drives me nuts. I hate doing that, but it's my business. I got to do what I got to do. So I bit down on it, and I just went through. And then after work, 5 o'clock, the door closed. I'm like, I'm going upstairs to take a nap, honey. So I went up, took a nap, woke up, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to do the show. I got to do the show. And then I couldn't get on. Fucking Brave knocked me out. And here I am. So nice
You
and
made-
curled. And
You
I
made it,
slept
and
like,
that's
I-
what's important. And
Yeah,
I don't know if you see what's on screen. Levi's saying she gave you weed stash jars.
weed stash jars. Yes. I've seen people use them for weed stash jars, but my weed stash jars are a little bit bigger than that. This is
Yeah,
my
I figured.
Batman, I was literally just yesterday, the topic of handlebar mustaches came up, and I mentioned you. I was like, I was on a show with this guy who has a legendary mustache, and it's not like, because this guy who had come into the workplace, it was super greasy. Like, it was like you would touch it and like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I was like, and his is not greasy at all, but it's like perfectly twirled.
It's 12 years worth of work, bro. 12 years
Wow.
worth of work.
And you're going to shave it off?
Yeah, it'll grow back. Like within inside of 6 months, it'll be back to this again.
Okay.
But I don't know. I may not. You know what? It's my girlfriend, because she's Peruvian. She doesn't know many people who have big, hairy handlebar mustaches, and she keeps taking it and trying to pull it down. So I pull it down, and then it'll just pop right back up. So I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's
But
funny.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. She keeps telling me she wants me to paste it down while we're in Peru, and I'm like, but that's not me. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I do take little scissors every now and then. I'm like, oh, I got a split hair. Oh, I got another split hair. So yeah, I'm constantly preening. I'm constantly fixing, and it's like I got to trim it up out of my mouth a little bit here and there. So it's constant maintenance. But I figure, shit, I got no hair on top of my head. I might as well keep it under my nose.
All right. All right, cool. Well, I think that does it for us tonight. I just set a raid over on build.net to America Post. For anybody that's out there on the YouTubes and knows that YouTube is a censoring asshole platform, go check out pill.net. It's a really fun platform to go hang out on. It shows you everybody that's live, regardless if you are subscribed to them or not, and you get to drop gifts. They call them stickers over there. It's really fun. So check out pill.net. I got to give a major shout out and thank you to Madness Comic Network for having us streaming over to their platforms as well, and also for coming up with the concept of the Flip City Madness Comic Network live collaboration. So once a month, I get together with their live artists and they draw on a specific topic. The current topic is serial killers and the women that love them. That is closing very soon. You don't actually have to draw live if you want to draw a serial killer and woman that loves them and submit to Flip City at Flip City Mag. You're more than welcome to do that. It's not just an exclusive thing. But thank you so much to Madness Comic Network for doing that for us over here at Flip City. It should be really fun once we get all those in. The voting's going, the last day you can submit is on February 8th. And then we're opening a voting on February 9th to basically vote on your favorite, and whoever wins gets a free ad placed in Flip City Magazine. We have page space. We don't have a ton of cash, but we have page space and lots of readers that will see your ad, and you'll basically go down in history as a based creator during these savage culture wars of the 2025s.
It's a revolution.
The revolution.
Having a revolution.
That's right.
We're having the most peaceful. By the way, we're having the most nonviolent, peaceful revolution probably in recorded history.
Thanks, memes.
Yeah, thank you, memesters, among others, that we've ever had. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. All right. And then anybody that doesn't know what Flip City Mag is, go check it out at flipcitymag.com.
May I just put up that beautiful cover by Dangerous Dave McDowell?
It's very shiny.
It's so shiny. My God, the gloss.
Yeah.
Oh, there you get a good idea. With Trump and Kamala there on 22.
Let's look at the back cover too.
Not flattering.
This was the DNC pants party. You get a game on the back
Pantapalooza.
cover, and then all kinds of stuff in between those glossy pages.
Oh my
all
God,
kinds of
it's
fun
full
stuff.
color and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. That's us for tonight. And Batman, where can people find you?
So every Sunday night here on pill.net and Rumble and a few other different platforms, you can find us at 3 Beermen, BEERMEN.tv, and click on the Watch Here button, and you can find us on any of those platforms. And it's every Sunday night, 7 o'clock Big Apple time, 4 o'clock avocado time. Check us out. We talk about beer, pop culture, and technology. And I will put this out there. If anybody wants to use this mustache, by all means, go for it. Take it, draw it, make it whatever you want. I'm curious to see. We did have one artist that said they wanted to make me the knife guy in their comic, so I'm waiting to see that. Who was that? Do you remember?
Nope.
Yeah, he loved my mustache so much. He goes, I want to make you one of my characters. We talked about knives. We talked about all kinds of stuff. We both had very
Awesome.
similar. We both had similar stuff. But by all means, you want to draw me a mustache? Go for it.
Cool. And then Patrick, one more time, where can people find you?
PQVOX, PQ Vox on YouTube, and PQ Comics with an X at the end on Twitter/X.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Do you have any parting words, dear? It looked like you wanted to say something.
Bruce, are you going to be the villain in that? They're going to make you the villain?
I don't know. I've never been a villain. I've always been the good guy. I'll be a heel. Make me a heel. Go for it.
All right. Well, thank you so much to everybody that showed up tonight to watch me interview the guy that I work with all the time. This guy. And we will see you next week. I need to now apologize to the guest I unintentionally bumped tonight. So that will be awkward and fun. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Good night.
Okay, class. List everything insensitive, exclusionary, bigoted, nationalistic, misogynistic, and offensive that you can find in history's great myths and legends. Extra points for suffering panic attacks or emotional outbursts. Fact check every opinion against the lived experience of your comrades and allies, so you can avoid forming a criminal opinion. Scrutinize it cover to cover. Wrongthink, misgendering, dead naming, misinformation, microaggressions. Leave no page unturned.